We are back today with the shop rotation. I didn't realize it was Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Let's get into the shop. Stroke aside, I haven't really touched Overwatch. Wow. I love 300 XP. Yeah, I haven't bought the battle pass. I really don't think this is going to be what I'm going to cave on. Unless I'm like at the end of the season and I don't have Malga yet. Maybe I'll buy it. But really leaning towards not doing that. Okay, I'm not going to be playing today either. Ooh, that's the first time I got a new one in here. Biohazard Ramatra. Which I'm pretty sure this was out there anyways. Wow, so his shackles are the only gold thing on him. Interesting, okay. So we got this Festive Kiriko, which is a recolor. I know I mentioned this in the initial stream. I don't remember the skin it was recolored from, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's cool, I guess. It's not worth 20 bucks for a Christmas recolor, but you know, to each their own. I'm sure someone out there will buy it. Nutcracker Farah. I'm pretty sure this is a new skin. It looks like an epic. Yeah, this looks like a glorified epic. I'm sure there are Farah epics with more detail than this has. I mean, I guess the armor pieces aren't connected, but literally removing content is Blizzard's forte, so remove. You're paying more for less. Less skin. Weapon looks okay. 20 bucks for that? No. Cartographer May. So this one's an epic, so they actually used the philosophy correctly. 12 bucks for this, that's not great, but that's, you know, could be worse. You could have called it a, oh, that's a nice spray. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's worth it. If you really like May, it's not a terrible bundle there. You get a weapon charm and player icon and a spray for an extra 2 bucks, which, you know, the skin itself is 10, which I think the legendary should be 10. No more than 15 for bundles, but hey, that's just me. Cyber Diver Widow. This is a really good skin. Excuse me. I like this skin. It's one of the cyberpunk ones. You guys know how I am about like the whole cyberpunk genre and whatnot. Very cool. I appreciate it. I like it. Pretty good. Looks like your hair is clipped into the gun though. Yeah. AAA company. Weapon charm's pretty mid. Player icon's alright. And the spray's alright. Yeah, if you really don't want to spend 21 bucks, or if you have like an uneven amount of coins but you still want to get that skin, I will always preach this. I'm going to preach this in every single video on the off chance that someone doesn't know. But any skin that's featured in the shop, you can buy individually. Granted, for 19 bucks. And Medusa is out. I'm pretty sure seasons 1 through 3, a lot of the shop skins are actually available in the hero gallery right now. So there's that. So like Cyber Devil is here in the hero gallery for 1900. Like if for whatever reason you have 1900 coins but you want the skin, you can't afford the bundle, some weird extenuating circumstance, you can pick it up from the shop. Same thing with the Ultimate Battle Pass skin. You can pick that up here. But yeah, I mean, just be aware of that. And obviously, if you guys have any questions about like the skins and stuff, feel free to ask in the comments. I mean, I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. I've never really put that out there, but it is something that I don't have a problem doing. Snow Fox Lucio for $12. It's like 5-year-old Overwatch 1 skin. Very nice. I'm gonna like open the window. I'm feeling a little under the weather. Everyone at my work is like getting sick and there's like a crazy thing going around, but I mean my immune system's pretty decent. I also have incense burning in here because this is where I've kept the extra cat. And it stinks. Having a new pet stinks. Literally and figuratively. Oh, yeah! He got Overwatch 2 coins. No, you didn't. just throws the box. Yeah, that's honestly it. There's nothing really crazy. Yeah. Nothing new there. This Battle of the Beast mode, I've seen people don't really like it. I personally didn't like it. Very mid. Man. It's just 45. I'll find time to do it. This semester's almost over. I have like another two papers to write, which I don't think is going to happen. But yeah, I got one of my big ones done yesterday, which was late. I don't know how much of a penalty I'm going to get for that, but we'll see. If I can pass this class, it'll be cool. And I'm in the midst of the hiring process of 2 possible positions. I had 3, but I got rejected from 1, so now I'm sitting on 2. We're going to see how it goes. I'm not hopeful, and quite frankly, I'm reconsidering my options for the long term. Because I really don't feel like spending the next 2 or 3 years applying for a job when I can try to find one that I know for a fact will be something that I would enjoy doing and would be fulfilled by. Not like retail jobs. I need to get out of that field. I really don't like working these like dead-end retail jobs. Which is like nothing wrong with the people I work with or anything. Those guys are all cool and they make it bearable. But at the same time, it's just like it's a glorified pyramid scheme. You're sitting there stocking shelves, doing this, that, and the other, just so some CEO can get their pockets lined even more than they already are, while you're sitting there struggling to pay bills, you know, month to month, week to week. It's not fulfilling, and it's not. There's no trade-off. It's practically the equivalent of life support. But then like the state of career jobs in America is horrible. They're like, well, we want you to have like 5 years of experience for this entry-level position. It's just like, brother, an entry-level position means this is where you start gaining experience. I shouldn't have a prerequisite for experience to get into the job, and if that was the case, why didn't you tell me in the application details? Like, if you really would have wanted me to have such and such experience, or if you had something that was particular, exactly what you were looking for, you should have specified that. That way I didn't just waste my time, and, you know, so be it. I could have just went somewhere else, worked away, slaved away, just been on my way, but I digress. But yeah, what else? I went to a gun range yesterday, which is the first time I've done that. I've shot, excluding this yesterday, I've only ever shot a firearm one time before, and I was like toilet brained teenager, and I didn't know what I was doing. It was a family member's. I wasn't like out trying to run pockets or something. That's stupid. I'm not that much of a brainlet, but yeah, I went to the range yesterday. It certainly takes getting used to, that's for sure. I don't know. Not good at it, but I mean, I hit the target more than 5 times, so it worked out. Otherwise, yeah. I'm considering buying a firearm, but I definitely think I need more training with it, but I don't think it would hurt to buy one and then just use that for training, but we'll see. We'll see how that all plays out, because the holiday season is here, and there's like presents and whatnot that needs to be gotten, so I'll have to see how everything plays out. I don't know, I'm not confident in my ability to use a firearm in self-defense yet. Which is the point of why I mention it. But I mean, obviously, practice makes perfect. And if you really needed to, then, you know, you have opportunity to. Chances are some thug on the street is not going to be, like, military trained at a firearm. And most of the time, if they see that someone is armed and willing to, like, fight, then they're probably just going to dip out and realize, oh, it's not really worth it to sit here and try to victimize somebody who's going to shoot me for the $20 in their wallet, which, you know, scumbag behavior. Go get a job. Well, I can't get a job because, you know, no, just go get a job. It's crazy to me that these people will make, like, their life, they'll base it upon thievery. Which is like, I shouldn't say this, but it's like, if you're stealing from a rich person that can afford it, that's different than, like, robbing some dude on the street. Or, like, robbing some, you know, local gas station owner or something. Like, you are directly impacting someone that's pretty much in the same position as you are, but you're just outright taking advantage of them. I don't know. I'm more for the what is this story? I think it's like the Robin Hood mentality. Steal from the rich, feed the poor. Don't steal from the other poor people. I don't condone any thievery or robbery of any kind, but I'm just saying it's completely different when you're not only threatening some random person's life, but you're also taking something away that will impact them heavily. Like even taking someone's wallet, they have to sit there and spend time, buying a new ID, replacing the cash in their wallet. Because I don't carry cash personally. It's like if someone steals my stuff, they better hope they steal my 2016 Android, which is gonna suck to have to buy a new phone, which can be pretty pricey nowadays. But I digress. It's like they're doing nothing more than being a nuisance more to me than they're gaining out of that exchange. Like I am losing exponentially more than they are gaining, and that's just not even counting sentimentality of it. It's like you're gonna clip my phone, you're gonna use my credit card, the last $20 on it before it gets maxed out. Okay, good luck with that, buddy. Go buy yourself something nice. But even before that, I just call it in with another phone that I just magically have in this instance. Probably getting $15 off my 2015 Android. Getting $20 off of my, nearly maxed out credit card. You don't know the PIN to my debit card, so you better hope you make it to a McDonald's before I call it in and shut it off, Access my desktop at the local library or at home 20 minutes after the fact, and, now it's a dead weight to you. But, which, I don't know. The not ape part of my brain turns on. It's just like, okay, well, let's let the guy, or woman, I guess, if there are women robbers out there. I don't really think that that's their crime poison of choice, but whatever. Robber goes to McDonald's, gets his little McDouble, calls it good. You just, ping where it was used at, call your bank, oh yeah, the McDonald's on, Empire Road or whatever. I don't know, it's not a real street. It's probably a real street, but I'm just using some random word. It's like, oh, okay, let's see, that was 6:57 p.m. All right, let's get the CCTV footage. Oh, there he is now. There's this ugly mug on camera trying to buy a McDouble with my $2 on my debit card. Now we know what he looks like. So it's like, whatever. Double check the CCTV footage outside of the said McDonald's. Get his car, at least the car model. What kind of car he's driving, the color of it, even if you can't read the license plate. It's like if you're a really good investigator, they can probably go to an adjacent business and be like, hey, we need some CCTV footage on this day of this particular angle. Like, oh yeah, here you go, and they have a better camera system. So you see his license plate, you track it down to his mom's house, and you're like, hey buddy, you're under arrest for robbery. And if they had a weapon on him, intimidation with a deadly weapon. So it's like, you just took 20 to 40 bucks from me, but now you're spending 6 months in jail, making zilch. I don't know. I just think robbery is the dumbest thing ever. Just go get a job. It sucks. We all know that capitalism is the peak of scummery, but it is what it is. Just bite the bullet and go. So I'm about to say hi before schoolwork. Let's go. Okay, nice. I'm doing okay. No, I was just going through a hypothetical. I don't really know how we got to this point. I was just sitting here speaking to myself. No, nothing happened. I'm just using it as an example of why robbery is terrible. No, nothing happened to me. I was talking about firearms and how I don't feel proficient with defending myself, but it's even if I was in a self-defense position without a firearm, I would okay, here's my phone, here's my wallet, go take it, get your $40, and then, you get your 6 months in jail, if not more. I don't know, it's weird. My brain is acoustic. It's weird how my brain works. I can think of I can think of a word. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to worry you. No. Everything is fine, but my brain just I can see a word, and then my brain just creates this whole story behind it. I don't know. It's genuine acoustic behavior. But yeah, that's the Overwatch shop. I don't think we're going to play anything else today. Let me see here. What do we got? I don't want Grand Blue Fantasy on my PlayStation. Get your ad out of here. Maybe like the Arkham games. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna stream anything. I'll probably do my logins for like Dead by Daylight, My Hero, and Yu-Gi-Oh. Which Yu-Gi-Oh is garbage. Yu-Gi-Oh just released this new set that allows you to kill your opponent on their battle phase, which is literally just like the epitome of why I hate that game. I hate Yu-Gi-Oh so much. They destroyed that game and any semblance of like fun and interaction. Well, it's like if you have a modern deck with modern cards, you can interact with your opponent that's interacting with you on your turn. It's just like, that just doesn't sound fun. I don't like the fact that someone else can have a whole turn on my turn. Like, bro, just that's why you stream on the PC so you can do just chatting. Yeah, that's fair. Granted, I tried doing another stream on my laptop a while back, like a couple of days ago, maybe sometime this last week. I had to delete it because I accidentally revealed some compromising information. I was like 2 or 3 days ago. And it didn't work out. My laptop started dying. Like the frame rate dropped on the game I was playing and everything was just awful. So it's like unless I'm doing like a reaction thing on like YouTube and I'm just like watching videos on YouTube, which I'm not going to do that. That's so low quality garbage content. But that's funny coming from the guy who's never touched the just chatting thing. I mean, nothing wrong with it. You make a good point, but nothing wrong with like a preference of what you do on stream. I mean, I guess in theory I could do just chatting on Overwatch, but it's like I would just have to open a game and leave it open, and then it gets shielded out into whatever. Well, it becomes the ultimate reaction channel. Unfortunately, I might have to. Might be the way to pay the bills. But the problem is that I'm not a conventionally attractive woman between the age of like 21 and 35. So I'm probably not going to get very much viewership. I'm not some like grovelly voiced e-boy who is like emo and sad, so I don't got that going for me either. I don't got a niche. I'm not Sniper Wolf. I'm not that guy. What's his name? It's the guy. His name's like Grime or something. I don't remember his name. The e-boy dude. Oh, you were popping off on FNAF. Became the new Markiplier. Well, I see the problem with that is that we attracted so many like. I could just tell that the audience was like 12 years old, and that's not the kind of audience I want. Like, nothing against those people, and it's not like, oh, I hate 12-year-olds, but like that's not the audience that I personally want to like have on stream. So it's like, yeah, it was nice to have those extra views and like all these new people in chat, but ultimately it was just like, when are you gonna play the next FNAF game? When are you gonna play the next FNAF game? And it's just like, nothing wrong with that. Just not, no, I get what you mean, but I mean that you do make a good point. Like the views are there for those games with like fan bases of that variety. But that's its own issue in its own right. Like it's so hard to attract the right fan base, I guess. Like I don't know what the key factor I'm missing is. Like I lucked out having you and Star come by the stream and like decide to stay. Like we've had other periodic people come through, like older viewers of the channel, like over the past year, earlier more so. But like those guys were really cool. But obviously, you know, I'm a small streamer. I don't have like the most insane personality to keep people coming back, like the most interesting streams. And people have their own lives, right? So it's like a couple of the people, the older viewers that were here that I used to like interact with and whatnot. Those guys have came and gone, and you know, it's not. I'm not trying to like be negative about it. You know, it happens. Even I'm trying to go through and cleanse my old YouTube subscriptions because everyone is just like, the landscape is not great right now. There are two paths that a YouTuber can take. They can either sit there and like go down the path of like shilling and low effort content, like low quality, high quantity type deal. Or, you know, they can just do their thing and they have a decent enough personality to carry it through. Like, look at Critical. Or Penguin Zero, as he's known on YouTube. Like, I like his personality. And that's kind of the main reason I continue to watch his stuff. Same thing with, like, Pyrocynical. and Some Ordinary Gamers. Those are kind of like the three top YouTubers I have right now. Like, I love Some Ordinary Gamers. I will watch all of his content regardless of what he makes. Like, he can sit there and talk about Linux. Like, I am not a PC guy. I'm not a tech guy. The funny Indian man talks about Linux, and I'm like, wow, this is interesting. So it's like, I love Some Ordinary Gamers. I think he's probably going to be a YouTuber I always revolve around. He seems like a guy, like, obviously I don't know him personally, but he seems like a man of integrity and, like, responsibility and accountability. So that's why I love Mutahar. Some Ordinary Gamers. Very nice. Critical, I watch half of his stuff. Some of it I don't watch. Like, if he makes a moist meter, I don't think he's made a moist meter in a minute. A lot of alliteration there. No, Nightmare, you didn't get banned. I saw your thing. I'm talking right now. But yeah, yeah, Mr. Moist Charlie. I watch half of his stuff. Some of his stuff I don't watch. I mean, he covers things. He's an interesting person, but some of it's just like, I don't really care about the topic that he's talking about. Pyrocynical, I think he's kind of on par. Like, the stuff I don't watch Critical cover, I watch Pyrocynical cover, and like vice versa. Like, Pyro has like the funny furry here's the funny furry thing going on. Critical has like the monotone poopy big butt chungus, like, funny lines. Who are my favorite songs and artists? Man, that's hard. If I look at my music right now, I'm listening to a lot of Health, the guys who did the Max Payne 3 soundtrack and Cyberpunk songs. A couple of Cyberpunk songs. Well, no, one. They did Major Crimes, which was featured in Cyberpunk Edge Runners in the game. They just dropped a new album. I've been listening to that. Pretty good stuff. Very metal based. What else? I don't know. Nothing really specific. The Living Tombstone, I've been listening to 01, their album from a couple years back again. It's good. What else? Yeah, honestly, just whatever comes to mind. I've been listening to the John Wick soundtrack just because. I didn't see your other comment, Light, sorry. Most of your viewership comes from you and your friend arguing with each other. Like, most of your viewed clips is your friend making fun of you. Well, see, that's the thing, is, jeez, I think this incense is killing me. It's, like, actually annihilating my breathing, my freaking esophagus. Probably shouldn't have lit two at once, maybe that's the problem. Put it out and relight it later. Jeez. My throat's just dry, but who knows, whatever. Mostly listen to the cringy alternative rock or junk from like 2012 or whatever. So you feel silly. Nah, man, don't never feel silly about your music tastes. I guess I'll give you guys a little guilty pleasure confession. There's this, I don't know what I call it, I guess a genre of music, and it's called nerdcore. It's like certain artists taking inspiration from certain media, like video games or like shows, and then they make songs out of that. So like your JT Machinimas, you got him Daddy Fat Snaps, you got Fable or FabVL, however you want to pronounce his name. Divide Music is a big one that I like. Who else? I think those are my big three. I don't really like any of the other ones too much. Rustage is cool. It's kind of like Old Day Living Tombstone. How they did like the FNAF songs. Like a couple of those guys make really good stuff. Like I'll occasionally listen to Try Hard Ninja, who did a lot of the FNAF songs. I think to this day, like Circus of the Dead is probably my favorite FNAF song of all time. You like Daddy Fat Snaps? It's wild. Nice, man. His music is so good. He has some crazy bars. Like, he is genuinely, like, lyrically skilled. Which one? Oh, hold on, let me see. Speaking of video game soundtracks, I can't get Six's music box 2 out of your head. So majestic and creepy. So catchy. My favorite Little Nightmare soundtrack is called End of the Hall. You've been unpacking, so the Christmas dust is killing you. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I hate dust. I don't know. There's something about like dust in general that just peeves my brain so hard. Like, it makes me angry to see dust. I'm like, ugh, filthy, disgusting. But for some reason, like, dust is so prominent around the places I live. I hate it. I'm not sure if it's because we have cats, or maybe I just don't clean enough, like vacuuming constantly. Like, I vacuum maybe once every 2 weeks, if that. I should be able to vacuum more, but it's like work is so draining. It's just your allergies. Yeah, I don't have allergies. It's just the second cat's litter box is in this room, and it stinks. Like, she kicks the litter like outside of the box. And it's so obnoxious. Like, every few days I'll come through and clean. Today was not one of those days. I was gonna do it tomorrow, but I might just do it today. Because it's like, oh my goodness. Too much. Listen, I'm telling you guys, the novelty of like funny little cute animals like puppies or kittens, like that wears off really quick if they aren't like toilet trained or like manners trained. You really love the Homelander one? Yeah, no, I love the Homelander song. It's so good. You like one of the MHA ones? Yeah, the Vigilante one. I think it's called All the Smoke. I love that song. So much of his stuff is good. His Venom song is good. What else? He just dropped one for 3 days ago. It was for Sukuna of what's the series called? Jujutsu Kaisen. His Omni-Man one was pretty good. He's been doing a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen. His Spider-Man 2099 one is a banger. Homelander banger. London Bridge is a banger. Death is a banger. Burn, the Yamamoto one, so good. I didn't like his Cyberpunk Edge Runners one too much. Villain Arc was good. But yeah, like every other song he drops is just so good in some capacity. Let me show you Fable's channel. You might like him if you like Daddy Fat Snaps. They occasionally collab too. Same thing with like Rustage. London Bridge was made. Yeah. Here's Fables. If you wanted to check it out. Yeah, I have no friends that are into nerdcore, so it's really unfortunate. JT Music is also really good, especially when they have Andrea Storm-Caden on. She is a phenomenal vocalist. Fable hasn't really dropped any bangers recently, in my opinion. Not that it's bad, but it's from a lot of series that I don't really like. Like, I'm not a big fan of Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm sure I would be if I got into it, but it's like, I don't have that kind of time to like invest into a whole new series. Dropped a Whitebeard song. I'm not a fan of One Piece. I'll never be a fan of One Piece. Jujutsu Kaisen, Record of Ragnarok, I never really got into. I think I watched a couple episodes because I had an old coworker who was like, oh, it's so good. But it's kind of mid. He did the Spider-Man one like 5 months ago after the movie dropped, which was cool. Fable's Deku one was really good. I love that one so much. That one was peak. His Cyberpunk Edge Runners one, peak. Fable killed on that one. His Shigaraki one was really good too. You found him through his Red Hood rap. I haven't. Oh, maybe I have. Either Fable or Daddy Fat Snaps made one. I call him DPS. I feel weird saying Daddy Fat Snaps out loud. DPS. We'll call him DPS. It's called Death in the Family, right? One time you were playing Lego Star Wars while your brother had his TIE fighter. We were just having a dog fight with him. And then just slip the X-Wing out of your hands. Crash. JT's good stuff, but you're more into the DPS. That's fair. Yeah, I don't think JT has dropped anything really good. I found myself going back to a lot of their older stuff. Like the Doom Eternal one was great. Their initial Fallout song for Fallout 4 was great. They just dropped a Skibbity Toilet song. Like, I'm not gonna listen to that. I'm sorry, guys. I should listen to their Assassin's Creed Mirage one. Their Assassin's Creed songs are usually pretty good. I know Origins was awesome. I like Punch Club 2, another FNAF one, Diablo, System Shock. Like, they haven't had any real bangers. Like, they even did a Resident Evil 4 one, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. I think the problem with JT, yeah, the last good song they made was the Elden Ring one, which was a year ago. I hate to say that because it sounds horrible, but like no hate to them, but just the style that they've adopted since then, I'm not really a huge fan of it. I should probably re-listen to their stuff though. Maybe that would help me. Their Halo song was great. The Venom 2 song was really good. The Resident Evil Village one was so good. Your dad whooped you, man? I'm sorry to hear that. He has a new Omni-Man one? Yeah, he just made a new Omni-Man one. It's in a different style than he normally does, so it's not like song as much as it is like just straight up rap. Death in the Family was the name of the Red Hood movie. Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. But yeah, it's called Hoodlum, the Omni-Man one. It's pretty good. You think so? He has two. The Red Hood and there's Grave. You love Grave. I don't think I've heard Grave yet. Death in the Family. Yeah, okay. JT Music was supposed to make a second Resident Evil Village rap, but they never did, which is really saddening. Because like Tall Woman was really good, like especially the first chorus. I'm talking as if you guys know what it is. I know you don't know what it is, but it was extremely lyrical, very well done. And then like they got into like the funny half of the rap. It's like okay, no, it's catchy, but it's not like you know. I am a much more like lyrically inclined person. I like to hear the lyrics and like kind of put my own story to it, I guess, or like kind of translate it into a way that my mind interprets and like makes more connections to. So I think JT's music's problem is the fact that they do really like specific like callbacks to the series that they're like singing about. Like they don't like take it and turn it into something. They like take the parts of it and kind of translate it over rather than like completely reform it the same way like Fable does. For example, you'll listen to it later. Yeah. I really hope they drop that second Resident Evil Village one. I might try to like email them and ask. I really don't. I don't think that'll work. But yeah, nerdcore is a big one that I'm into. Very guilty pleasure. It's just really hard to like explain the genre to anyone else who's never heard of it, or that isn't like a big gamer. I listen to the Death Note soundtrack when I like write essays. It just helps me concentrate and like blocks out all the other noise. The My Hero soundtrack. Some of the My Hero songs are pretty good. Obviously, You Say Run is awesome for like working out. Hero A, Endeavor's theme, just another hero, is pretty good. I listen to like Rob Bailey when I work out as well. I have so much health right now in terms of music. The Score is a really good band. I haven't listened to The Score in a while. Barnes Courtney, he's another artist. But yeah, actually, if anyone knows who The Score is, I actually have a signed lyric sheet from one of their previous releases a couple years back, which is awesome. Tell me your stepbro brought his 2-year-old son. The kid just chucked the car down the stairs. That's rough. Oh no. no, not the air hockey. Is it on PS4? I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it. What's the name of the funny air hockey game? I'll take a gander. No promises though, because right now I am not looking to pick up another game. I need to go through my massive backlog if I do decide to game, because I keep spending money. It's on PS4. Okay, what's the name of it? After that, your brother cried. You know, what you're trying to keep in your laugh. Omega Strikers. All right, I'll screenshot chat and I'll take a look at it after the stream. If my phone would screenshot, please do the thing. Por favor. You thought it was stupid, then you hopped on and you loved it. I'll take a gander. Because yeah, my backlog is insane. Like, let me look at my freaking my home screen alone. Like, I have BioShock 1 and 2 that I have to finish before my PlayStation Plus runs out. I also have BioShock Infinite. I have Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, and Arkham City, Fallout 4, Far Cry 5, Doom Eternal, all of the Kingdom Hearts games, the rest of Alan Wake, Bayonetta, Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I need to do Virgil's playthrough in 5. I have Elden Ring. I should play it. I'm probably not. I have the FNAF games, but honestly, I'm not really super crazy about that right now. I have God of War 2018. I have God of War 3. I was thinking of picking Ragnarok up if I did like the 2018 revamp. I have to finish Max Payne. Again, all the Kingdom Hearts games, which is like 10 games. Let me see. I have to finish the Ace Attorney trilogy, which I'm on the last case of the first game, but that case is kicking my butt every single time I get on there. Oh man, I have Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1 Remake. I have Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. I have Resident Evil 5 and 6. I have to finish Sonic Frontiers, the Callisto Protocol. I have to finish The Evil Within 1 and then start The Evil Within 2. I have the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I have The Last of Us Remastered. And then I have a couple other games that are just kind of strewn about. Like, I have Call of Duty World War II, which, I mean, I'm not going to play the campaign for that, let's be real. I got it free with PlayStation Plus, so I'm not really super concerned. I have Dark Souls 2. Why do I just have Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2? Is that like a demo? I have the Final Fantasy 7 Remake, which I should play, because I hear it's good. But honestly, Final Fantasy is so bonkers with how many games there are. I don't even know where to start. I need to play Hollow Knight. Mafia and Mafia 2 I have through PlayStation Plus. I could play those. I have Neo 2, which I don't know what that is. It's a PlayStation Plus game as well. I have Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I don't think I ever finished Sonic Forces. I have no desire to finish Sonic Forces. I have Sonic Mania. I have Super Hot, which is a PlayStation Plus game. Trek to Yomi. Weird West, and yeah, that looks like the entire catalog, not counting the games I have physically. Like right here on my, let me check here. Oh, those are a couple of games I already have installed. I'm not even gonna dig through my other like physical games. That is just on my PlayStation alone. I probably have like 30 discs of PlayStation games that I probably finished the majority of those. I think a lot of them are the Resident Evil games. Then there's the Kingdom Hearts games, which I already went over. Yeah. And I would not mind doing a third playthrough of Cyberpunk. One time you and your brother were having an extreme game of tag when he started running up the stairs as you followed. He got to the top, and there's a gate, so he ran into it. How do you have 30 plus games you need to finish? Do you not know how to commit? Clearly, I guess not. Anecdotally speaking. You stopped counting at 47. You slammed into it, you were right behind him, so you got uppercutted by a gate and you almost fell. You slapped him, Jesus. So aggressive. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about games. Like, I just... Like, I'll see it on sale. Like, with the Callisto Protocol. That one was 100% a very much an impulse buy. I saw that the quote-unquote deluxe edition was on sale for $55, and I was like, oh, you know what? That's the same price as it is normally, and I get all the DLC. So I picked it up. Played like 10 minutes of it on stream. Never touched it again. The Evil Within, I've restarted that maybe 3 times. Currently, I'm as far as I've ever gotten. But the freaking part I'm at is where the like main bad guy's chasing me around this mansion. At least I think that's where I left off. And it's just like, I have not touched it in so long. I'm at like chapter 10 or 11 out of like 16, I think it is. And I forget where I'm at. So I'm like, oh great, I don't know where to go from here. So either A, I'll sit there for an hour running around in a circle and then eventually piece it together, or I'll just restart the game entirely. Someone who has like 40 plus games in your catalog too. I can't believe you for not making it 50. Well, that's the thing is I'm like, you know, I could buy more games. Like I almost bought Ghost Runner and the DLC, but I had so much trouble with Ghost Runner's demo. Get more games. Right? Not enough. My backlog needs to be at least 100. Do they even have any good games right now? Let me see. Let me check this out. Let me look at the store real quick. I kind of want to get Far Cry 4 because I feel like that's one that I would be inclined to play. But it's just so hard to like sit down and have a good gaming session. Because I'm like, oh, you know, I should probably stream, you know, so that way everyone doesn't think I'm dead. You know, hey, maybe I'll hit it big. Maybe PewDiePie will come through and raid my stream, and then I'll finally make it. Sonic Superstars, no thanks. Dying Light 2 is one that I've been wanting to pick up, but it's like, eh. DayZ has, I don't know why, but I've been kind of exposed to all of these like zombie games recently, and like DayZ and 7 Days to Die sound pretty interesting. Diablo 4, I'm not playing any Blizzard games, no thanks. There's Mortal Kombat 11, which I'm considering, but it's a fighting game, and the last 2 or 3 fighting games I picked up, I played like one match, and I just did not get back on. Call of Duty 4 on sale, and the Demon Slayer game. We need more games. There's the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. That could be worth it. It's only $15 for 3 games. That's a steal. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Deluxe Edition. Is that any good? $20 for the deluxe? No, it's not. Don't buy it. I think I'm going to commit to Fallout 4. But don't quote me on that. Yeah, nothing on here looks really good. They have the Far Cry 4 DLC on sale, but they don't have the base game on sale. Like, brother, what? How are you going to have the DLC for the game on sale, but not the main game itself? And then there's like Control Ultimate Edition, which I'm tempted to get that because apparently the new Max Payne game, it's like a fusion between 1 and 2, I guess. Or it's like 2 games in 1 or something. I don't know. But apparently that's going to utilize the same engine as Control and Alan Wake 2. So like getting acquainted to that to play the new Max Payne probably wouldn't hurt. Which I also have to play Max Payne. I think I said that though. Or like I'll get a part way through a game and then I'll be like, oh, you know, I should stream this. This is fun. And then I stream it and then it's like, oh, well, I can't stream now or ever. So it's like, okay, you know, whatever. I have limited time to stream, so I'll just play Overwatch. It's an awful cycle. The Devil May Cry, DMC Devil May Cry Definitive Edition. Apparently that game is like awful, but I don't know. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse Super Bundle. I don't think I will. There's like how do you say that? Shinigami, Shin Megami Tensei, which they like aired an anime of that. So I was like almost gonna buy that, but it's like Shin Megami Tensei 3, and I'm like, I want to play number 3 of however many. Alien, the Isolation Collection for $12. I know Star was telling me to play that, but I mean, I don't know. It's like, maybe. Oh my goodness. The Walking Dead Onslaught? I've never seen that before. Probably for a good reason. Then there's Catherine, full body, which I've always had my eyes on that since I was like a little degenerate teenager. I was like, huh, anime girl, I buy the game. But I still have not caved and bought it. I don't know if it's actually any good. The Amnesia Collection. I've never played the Amnesia games, but I hear they are scary. Or at least were scary for like 2012 standards. Octodad? Might have to cop. Yeah, no, there's nothing good on here. The Sherlock Holmes Essential Bundle? I was actually going to buy one of the Sherlock Holmes games, just because I was like, oh, that might be fun, but it's like, maybe not. They like went for a open world when they really didn't need to. Yeah, there's the Far Cry 4 Season Pass, but the main game isn't on sale. Roll me this, Ubisoft. Yeah, Far Cry 4 has not went on sale in a while. I wonder why. Another time you were trying to get back at your brother for something he did was, you're trying to find him and you got a shovel full speed to the back of your head. Wow, that is terrible. Fallout 4 is okay, Skyrim is better. And see, there's that. Like, I could also go through and have another Skyrim playthrough. Which I never finished the game, technically. I never beat the game. Anime girl game. It's called Catherine. I think it's like a platformer, though. You should rate all your viewers. I'm not going to do that. Where is it? I mean, I don't have it, but it's on PlayStation Store. It's probably on Steam as well. I know that Catherine was a pretty big game for a while, back in like 2013, 2014, I think. But yeah, a lot of those like anime girl-esque games are super clickbaity, almost. I don't know. I think we're gonna call it there, though. I'm sure that some poor soul is gonna be like, "Oh, I wonder what the new Overwatch shop stuff is," and they like come across my 45-minute video. Like, wow, that guy must have a lot to say about the shop. It's like that was the first 2 minutes of this video, and then it just fell apart from there. I maybe just chatting stream wouldn't hurt though. If we just like, I've titled it that though. I wouldn't mind. I've always wanted to do like a podcast, but honestly, what generic individual doesn't want to do a podcast nowadays? So it's kind of like not unique at all. Like, I don't know. There are only so many podcasts you can listen to before it's just like, like a slight variation of someone else's opinion that nearly reflects my own. It's just like, it's really not worth it. Nothing to be said that hasn't already been said, you know? There's a lot of new stuff in the shop, man. Right? Really in-depth analyzing these 4 skins that they just gave us. Insanity. Literally counting the pixels right now as we speak. But yeah, we'll call it there. I really don't think I'm going to pass this English class, but I'm going to try. So even if I freaking get a C in the class, that's passing. I don't know. C's get degrees, and I hope that holds true if I can reach a C in the next 24 hours. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by, Light and Nightmare. Take it easy, guys. See you next time.